Good morning. My rest day, and Julie's told me it should be a rest day. Here in Baiona, not a bad day today. A little caravel or something over there behind me actually. Just seeing there's obviously some sort of little event going on with bikes, and it's one of the things I wanted to mention actually, because I've noticed, especially in Spain, but possibly, it's partly because of the climate and all that, I understand, but the way that people walk about, cycle, run, generally be active. Along here, I mentioned about what they call the paseo, where everyone goes out and walks in the early evening and stuff, and then goes out for a drink and some tapas and all that sort of stuff. A lovely way of doing things when families meet up and all that. But this morning as well, there's people out walking around the fort behind me actually. I just walked round. You can walk right the way around the headlands, a proper little walk there. Can't cycle around that, and people are very respectful of that. But everyone's walking around there, and you can run. You've got cycle paths everywhere, and obviously you've got all these people, and these are people with families and young kids, and they've all got numbers, so they're going somewhere. I just think that's such a nice thing. One of those things that I always like when I come back to Spain is seeing that. And I was just thinking actually, and you've got all those people going out in groups as if they're training for the Tour de France. Oh, is it the Vuelta, the one that they do around Spain? And so the cycle path that I walked on yesterday around the headland, the lighthouses and all that sort of stuff, so well done. So it's all there, the cycle paths are all there, and obviously European money has helped with that, but let's not go there, shall we? But it's just not that culture, I suppose, in England or in the UK. Yes, as I said, the climate doesn't help with that, but we're just not as forward thinking as that. We're not as exercise minded, I don't think. And I'm not talking about running marathons or walking Caminos. I'm just talking about going out and walking. Luckily in Hastings we've got the promenade and that, which does help with that. But one of the things I was thinking today actually was that if you wanted a business opportunity here, would be to come over here and open up a shop that specialises in lycra gear for cyclists and maybe running shoes and walking shoes and that sort of stuff, maybe for the people doing the Camino. So I'm going to sit here. I don't know how long they're going to take before they go off, but there's a police car. There's still people arriving, but there's a police car there, and there's paramedic type people, so I suspect they're going out the way that I went yesterday. Maybe that's where they go out to the lighthouse, turn around and come back. Anyway, so I'm going to try. I'm not sure if you can get into the castle actually, so I'm going to have a look and see if I can find that. But yeah, just having a quiet, chilled out day. I had a nice little breakfast sitting on the front down there, and I'm going to go. Oh, there's the little beach. Oh, there's a beach here actually. There's a nice little one. I noticed it. And there's another little one just around there as well. I just walked out. Yeah. So anyway, I shall leave it there, and I may check in later on, but I'm sure there'll be some photos. So adios for now. I mentioned about the cyclists here, but they're actually all coming from the other direction, going back. You can see they're all coming along the seafront here. And then you've got all this crowd waiting to obviously to join on to the end. Hundreds, literally hundreds of them. And as you can see, there's kids, people of all ages, shapes and sizes. And again, a different way actually to what I thought they might. So, yeah. The Baiona, the Tour de Baiona, something like that, I don't know. I think we're ready for the off. There they go. All the others have come along now. At least a lot of joining on. So I don't know how far they're going to go. But good to see. As I said, just for tutors, I was going to talk about the cycling because I took loads of cyclists earlier. And here they all are. Saturday morning ride out to wherever it is they're going. Stop the traffic. And they're all off heading off down there. So I've come down onto the beach, lovely soft sand. I've not put my feet in the sea so far because worried about making my feet all soft, if you see what I mean. And not being a good, getting dry again and whatnot. Oh. The Atlantic is not the same as the Mediterranean. That does feel nice on the feet, I must say. Bit of hydrotherapy, as they say. Nice little secluded beach. Not bad at all. While away a little bit of time, I think. Yeah. Towers up there. So here we are. My rest day in Baiona. I'm in this complex here of apartments. I think there's a swimming pool and that down there. Nice gardens. The guy's always tending the gardens. He just said hello to me as I was on the balcony here, and he was still hosing things down and whatever at 10:30 last night. I think it literally, because it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I think I've come back from my sort of wanderings, and he's still going. I thought he's going to stop about 3 o'clock. He's going to go on for a siesta. Sure enough, he stopped. But yeah, I think I'm just about the only person here. I've not seen anybody else in this block at all. No evidence of anybody about. But anyway, today obviously is a rest day, so I've had a wander. I've been on the beach. I've just gone and had some nice lunch down on the seafront. But as with all these places, you go like one road back, and there's a myriad of little alleyways and things like that, and lots of different bars frequented by all the locals. I must admit the prices even on the seafront restaurants aren't bad at all. I must say that. And the food I've just had, I actually sat on the seafront because I like watching the world go by a bit more, watching all the pilgrims sort of walking past on their way, and had some calamaris which were very good, I must say. So yeah, very good quality in that respect. But as I said, it is a rest day, so it was a bit strange this morning going out and not putting my pack on and not picking the old walking pole up and going out. And whether I missed it is debatable, but I did get, watching the pilgrims setting off or walking through, I did get a bit jealous, and I must admit I am looking forward to getting back into it again. And it is a bit of a weird thing, I've said this many times, that not having done this before, you're never quite sure how you're going to feel and how you're going to feel about actually walking every single day and getting up and doing the same thing. But you do get into that sort of rhythm of it. There is a rhythm about these sort of walks, especially these longer walks of, a couple of weeks. I mean, I've done 8 days. I think I've got another 6, I think it is, to go. There are a lot of people now who are going to be starting. Some people start from Baiona. I'm not sure exactly how far that is from Santiago, but when I get to Vigo tomorrow, which is 25k from here, that's pretty much the 100 kilometre point. So lots of people are going to be joining there, for their walk into Santiago, and they will be able to get their Compostela because it's the 100 kilometre mark. And they will probably do 5 days. If you ever see one, actually thinking about it, if you ever see one of those charity walks, and I said, do the Camino, you'll end up walking 100 kilometres either from Vigo here or probably from Sarria on the French route. So you're not doing exactly the same as what I am. I'm not decrying it in any way. But it's not quite the same. And I'm sure I'm going to be thinking, you haven't gone as far as me. We've all got our own ways of doing things, and we've all got our own reasons for doing things, and we've all got our own time scales and things like that, and finances or whatever it might be that allow us to do this. So we have to mould it to our lives, etc., etc. So I'm not having to go at those people, but I just feel that I know that I'm going to feel better for having, if I get there, that I will feel better for having walked all the way from Porto and done about 270 kilometres rather than starting from Vigo and only done 100, because that experience that I've had so far has been pretty amazing. I've got another 6 days left. Who knows what that's going to be like? It's going to be busier, I realise that. So I'm going to have a chill out now, maybe wander down to one of those back street bars and have maybe a couple of glasses of Vino Tinto a bit later on, and get myself together. I've done some washing. I've got it all down here on the some of it. Washed my shorts. and other things. One of the things you have to do as you go along, so having bought only three of most items, but only this one pair of shorts, I've got one pair of walking trousers as well. And actually I've got swim shorts, which I've been wearing today, which are very handy actually. Not that I went swimming, but very handy to have as an alternative. And you have to think about those things, sort of washing them. And luckily the weather's been pretty good. So I've put these out today, washed them. And because I wasn't going to, and then I realised yesterday, you need to wash these, Andy. So you'd be very proud of me, Julie. So I'm gonna go and have a siesta myself. I think everyone else is doing it, so let's get into the Spanish way of life, shall I? Anyway, if I don't speak to you later, I shall see you tomorrow morning. Adios.